also had Liz that came on during the song there. She didn't want to go on air, but she wanted to know what the consequences were if the government doesn't pay the debt back. What actually happens? I guess she's asking, why would the general public even care? Will it affect us if they don't pay the debt back?
Yeah, it's a very good question that Liz raises. If you look at other countries and Western countries around the world, there are places like in the States where the amount of economic activity measured by what they call gross domestic product is exactly the same as their debt level. So it's basically equal. In Japan, debt is twice the amount of GDP. In Australia, we're nowhere near that. But the problem is, if we keep the same trajectory that we are now, we're going to get to that sort of situation, at least like the US is, where GDP is equal to the amount of debt. So whilst there's not a massive emergency at the moment, if we don't change things and start to spend less than we earn now, it's just going to cause more and more problems later on, and we'll end up being in the position of the likes of Japan and the US, where they're really struggling to get out of the cycle of going into more and more debt.
I suppose that the worst case scenario is you look at some of the European countries like Greece or Portugal, where they've just spiralled completely out of control.
Yeah, exactly. And then we talk about defaulting, and if they do default on that debt, then it has massive ramifications for the people and the services that they provide. So I think one of the examples was Greece stopped its national media provider. So if that was Australia, they'd be looking at getting rid of the ABC. And so it does have ramifications longer term if you don't get your budget under control.